What up, world? What up, everybody? Welcome to episode 37. I know we just did 36 a couple days ago. We're moving quick going into the new season 2. I got my main man, the Angry Puerto Rican, is back, as always, the backbone of this show. And what's up, man? You good?
I'm good, man. It's nice to have the afternoons off for a little bit.
Yeah, listen, I want to complain about it, but no, I'm with you, bro. So look, we can't tarry. Today is a big day. It's a huge day. But before we do, we got to start. So, Ant, are you ready? Because the Fanatic Sports Podcast, the Fanatic Fantasy Football League kicks off. The draft is in 4 weeks. Next Sunday, August the 17th, is the draft selection game show. Have you been studying your trivia?
I'm gonna tell you right now. I'll be fine.
He's picking 11th. Everybody, he's picking 11th. Also, to that point, listen. Not only is it the fantasy league. There's going to be shows each week. There's tons of content. But at the end of this, we're throwing a big party. January the 4th, big party. The Fan Festival, the inaugural Fanatic Sports Talk Fan Festival will be in Fayetteville, Arkansas, January the 4th. It's going to be cold. Bring a jacket. But we're going to drink some beer. We're going to watch some games. It's going to be a good time. But that's all for later. For now, before I say anything else, let me get in the costume, okay? Let me get in the costume because it's a big day. It's a huge day. And listen, you know who this is? That's the DaSportsMane. So, but look, I'm ready too.
Why are we showing? Hold on. How are we starting the show off? How are we starting the show off? And this man got Raiders everywhere. What is going on here?
Fanatic Nation, Fanatic motherfucking Nation. My mama ain't watching yet. It's okay. We gonna put some dollars in the swear jar today, and I'm telling you now. It's fine. Don't worry about it. So, man, look, this is we got a few things to talk about, because this man is as you may have guessed it, he is a Raiders fan, and I'm waiting to see if Worm gonna be able to join with us, Ant, because you know he is excited when he see this, he gonna hop. So let's not tarry, man. Going in first of all, before I say anything else, man, look, I gotta say thank you. You know, I've been rocking with you for some time now, maybe a couple years or something like that.
Shit.
You know, but real raw, and you finna get a run for your money today. When you talk about angry hot takes, this man is right there with it. But not raw.
I seen some of his content
to the point.
What all you see?
I see the Lakers. I see Raiders, and then he had the nerve to tell me that you are a rival of me in baseball too.
All right, so you
gotta be a Red Sox fan or something?
No, he a Metropolitan fan.
Shit. Dang.
That's good.
Okay.
So all right, man. But we call this the Fanatic Sports Podcast. And the reason I don't put fan, I put fanatic, because when you think about fans, you think about fanatics. They do go all out, and we love that passion and enthusiasm here. But we love the story of the whole thing, right? And so normally, we ask everybody to jump on and tell us their fan story. Now, you're from the West Coast, so being a Reno Raiders fan and being a
watch out.
I was trying to slide it back. Being a Raiders fan and being a Lakers fan makes sense to me. Tell me your Yankees fandom story.
Yeah, man. You know what? I get that question a lot from all my Raider fans, because most of them, I'm out here in SoCal, so most of my Raider fans is they Lakers, Raiders, Dodgers, or shit like that. Yeah. See, but me, like I'm a Raider fan. I'm a diehard Raider fan. Actually, I'm not a diehard Raider fan. I'm a never die Raider fan. But I'm just a sports fan. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like I know as much history that's on that hat on your head than as much as I know about my team. You know what I mean? With like
Okay.
I'm just a real sports fan. Shout out to Cam Hayward.
Yo, yeah, yeah. Look, so we're not dealing with no amateur ant. I'm telling you, you better
Yeah,
get ready.
yeah,
All right, you gonna
Oh, you
but
good?
I
you
You
get
gonna get
good?
ready.
but I'll let you know though. Shit, when I was young, I used to play baseball. I was my dad used to train me in baseball. I used to really, really play baseball. That was my first sport I ever played.
Okay.
And I used to be a shortstop and a
Ooh.
pitcher. Yeah, shortstop and pitcher. But back when I was growing up, I didn't really have a baseball team. I tried with the Dodgers, but it seemed like every time they got players I liked, they was out of there. You know what I mean? Like Adrian Beltre, and it's like,
Yep.
okay, okay, then he'd be gone. You know what I mean? There'd be different
Yep.
players, then they'd be gone. So, but I was like I said, I'm just a super sports fan. Like I used to watch the White Sox with Frank Thomas, Robin Ventura. I used to just watch all these different teams. So I didn't really have a select team. You know what I mean? And then shit, it was like '96, man. I had seen this guy named Derek Jeter, man. That was all she wrote.
Hey
Well,
man,
I
all
want to
hail the
say
captain.
something.
Respect to the captain.
I ain't gonna make you. I don't want to make you too jealous, but I was there to see Derek Jeter's last game where he hit the
Ah,
game-winning single.
dope, dope
Yeah,
as
that was
fuck.
pretty dope. The whole crowd, like I always thought he's probably one of the best shortstops I've seen in a long time. Just the way he controlled El Capitan, man.
Yeah,
Uh,
Yeah. Hey. So
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 you,
let me ask you this.
did everything.
Before we get started, let me ask you this: where would you rank Jeter in like just shortstops? Where's he at in your top five, top 10 of shortstops?
Man, he right there. I mean, you got like Derek Jeter, you got like Ozzie Guillen, you got a couple guys right there. But I think Derek Jeter might be the best shortstop of all time because he did everything.
Okay. All
He
right.
can hit the long ball. He made all the plays. Remember that play he made when he cut off that ball and threw that shit backhand to the damn plate.
that was yep. That's a Jorge Posada against the
Yeah,
Oakland
Yeah.
Athletics.
yes sir, against the Oakland
Yeah.
A's. That right there. I mean, that sums up his whole career. You know what I mean? Like even if you're a Red Sox fan, you gotta respect Derek Jeter.
You gotta respect. You gotta respect. You gotta respect. Like I'm a Royals fan, so to be honest, I hate the Yankees because they just too big, too strong, and too powerful for us. But at the end of the day, like it's just some players. What the lore that the Yankees have brought to baseball for what 100 years almost or more is unmatched, and some of that sometimes you just gotta, as they say, you gotta tip your cap. You know what I mean? So love that about Derek Jeter, man. And tell me one real quick, one of your favorite stories from playing shortstop.
Ah shit. When I played short, I stopped playing. Man, that's a whole little story, man. As soon as I
Okay.
got to high school, I got too cool to play. Wasn't no black guys playing on my team.
Yep. Yep.
But you know what I mean. Wasn't no black dudes on my team, man. So everybody was playing football and no females went there and shit. So I pretty much quit playing baseball, man. But my favorite shortstop would probably be my last year playing before high school. We was undefeated. Won the little we won the little city championship and played the other team and all that little shit. Yeah, just domination, man. I was real good at what I did, man. But
Look,
I let the pussy and rap get in the way.
I'm gonna tell you what's crazy, bro. Now I was never good at baseball. That whole eye on the ball concept was a real struggle for me. But my brother tells this story all the time. He couldn't hit home runs, but he'll put the
Right.
ball anywhere you want to go. He can spray the field. Same thing, man. Like, and I actually spoke with actually, because the way I became a Royals fan, I'm from Arkansas. Ed's actually still in Arkansas. I live in Louisiana now, and so we were so our Double A team, the Royals Double A team, was in Northwest Arkansas, and I actually got the chance to chat with one of the batting coaches from the Royals or from the Naturals at that time, and we talked. He was a young black man. We talked about that for a while. Just, man, look, we are as a people are not getting enough of a connection and not understanding, man. Think about it. Look at Bobby Bonilla Day. Every year, man, Bobby Bonilla
Bobby
gets
Bo.
$1 million, man. And how much money has Bonds made? How much money has Baseball has paid so many pioneers, black pioneers, and changed the trajectory of lives for so long, man. And it stinks that we're stuck on football, we're stuck on basketball. I'm from Little Rock, and it's the same thing, man. Like all we knew was you better learn to shoot, you better learn to tackle, or you better learn to sing. And it's like, right, man, you're missing out on, like, baseball's a great sport where you can make a ton of money for 25 years, right? Like, it's something to it, like as a people that we definitely got to look into, that sport. And baseball is like a gentleman's sport, right? So I'm 40 now, so it's way too late for me. But it's a lot of kids who can use that opportunity. They may not be fast enough to run a 4.3, but they may be able to run a great, speed from first to third. They may be great pitchers. Yeah, baseball is such a useful sport, so. But really, really dope. Well, man, look, again, let me say thank you for joining us, man. It's a pleasure to have you on here. We definitely gonna razz you a little bit, but
hey, I'm ready for it, man. It's all good, man. It's all good.
I Bobby, I just want to ask. I just want to ask you, because this deal is like 3 years. His kids is taken care of. He don't got to do nothing.
He's doing good.
Yeah, he's straight.
He's doing good.
Bobby Bo, he brought a lot of money there, though. You know what I mean? They got to give back to the community somehow. So to the players somehow, shit.
Yeah, especially with that, with what he signed and the way he signed it, that just makes sense. So look, let's get into it. Raider Nation, Raider Nation, Raider motherfucking Nation. So tomorrow night, preseason starts. Tell me your level of, and I know you're gonna be, you're not like the Cowboys fans. This is your year, but to be fair, y'all got a few little pieces out there in Vegas that can make some noise.
Right.
Already defensively and now offensively. Talk about where are you ranking yourself as far as your excitement level for the season ahead.
I mean, I'm always excited for the season, except for the last 2 years. I already knew. I predicted exactly what was going to happen. Anybody that followed me already know that. But I'm excited to see it, man. I'm excited to see it. Now, when we got Pete Carroll, I had mixed emotions because I wanted Ben Johnson.
Okay.
And you know what I mean? I'm gonna keep it 100. I wanted Ben Johnson, but he didn't want to come there. He was useless for leverage to get paid. Now, when we got Pete Carroll, I was like, all right, well, fuck it. It's Pete Carroll. He know what he doing. Because personally, last year I was fucking with Antonio Pierce. Me and him we message each other and shit.
Right.
You know what I mean? He when he got fired, he hit me in my DM and said, hey, man, you kept it real all season long. Because I was like, what the fuck's he supposed to do with this shit? You know what I mean? Because everybody was like trying to blame him for the Raiders losing close game. I'm like, we shouldn't even be in the fucking game with these backup quarterbacks. This is good coaching that even has you win the fucking game. You know what I mean? So
this might have been the masterful coaching year.
Yeah, exactly. We shouldn't have been in none of them games.
I said it during the season that I was hoping that we would fire Terrell Johnson or Terrell Austin, and we would go get Antonio Pierce as our defensive coordinator. That's what I was doing, because I knew the axe was coming.
Yeah, and I told him that too. I told him, I said when he was before he got the new gig he got, I had messaged him and told him, like, man, you would fit real good over there with Mike Tomlin. You know what I mean? Like I was hoping he was gonna get an opportunity just to be a part of that staff. But my feelings.
I think you and I talked about that online too. I think we commented on. I commented something like that on one of your posts.
It makes sense. It makes sense.
Yeah.
But so my feelings towards Antonio Pierce is different from a lot of other Raider fans because they just don't understand the game. But you can't expect to win with that type of bullshit. It's a quarterbacks league, and you're gonna have backup quarterbacks competing in preseason. They're fucking terrible in preseason. What the fuck was you gonna expect? You know what I mean? Like, I gotta keep it 100. So this year I feel a little different. Now, when I seen I was like, who we gonna bring in, right? What quarterback we gonna get in here? Now, I gotta keep this shit 100. I ain't never gonna falsify shit. Now, when I looked up on my phone and it says Raiders trade for Geno Smith. I said, no, what the fuck? Not again. Not this shit again. Not my worst nightmare again, because my first worst nightmare was Jimmy Garoppolo, because everyone was trying to tell me he was a winner, and I told them he was a bad player on a good team. When I seen them win against Aaron Rodgers and he threw 7 passes and they got the dub, I said, he get credit for that? The fuck out of here. You know He don't get no fucking credit for that shit. So when it comes to Geno Smith, I'm like, okay, 10-year backup, 2022, he surprised the world. I had to give him his credit. He threw like 30 tugs. He did his thing. I'm like, okay, for sure. He get his credit for 2022. Now the
Yeah.
next 2 years, he kind of fell back to earth. He was just a legitimate quarterback. So that didn't move the needle for me. Like, yeah, jumping out my seat and shit. But when you compare it to what we had, which I don't like to do, I don't like to compare my team to what we had before. I like to compare my
Right.
team to the league. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I'm like, okay, well, at least we'll be able to compete. When I look at what he did in Seattle, he was able to put up numbers and do his thing, but he scared me because he led the NFL in picks in the red zone. So I'm like, like fuck Raider Nation, y'all got to look at the whole shit as totality. You know what I mean?
Right.
But but the way he's worked best with Pete Carroll than anybody else. When he had Pete Carroll, that's when he had the big year, and he also was with Pete Carroll when Pete Carroll got fired. So you can look at it both ways. But
Look,
he's pretty
That's
I
solid
a
this
good
want to
year.
point.
say you touched on something that I definitely agree with. I'm not. I really. I still wasn't even sold because a lot of those passes that he had with those 30 touchdowns, those were very lucky passes that could have been easily been intercepted.
Right.
And you
Ooh.
look at that, his accuracy, everything. Like he's not an accurate QB. I really have always said that he's not accurate QB. That's why when you said, what the hell is this? You kind of remind me of my pain with the Commanders and all the quarterbacks we had.
Oh yeah.
The
Oh
who?
So
yeah.
think about that.
Yeah. Sam
Like,
Howells
so
and
The
all
I
them
what? The
feel
trash.
your
football
pain,
team?
man. You're like, yo, can y'all at least draft a quarterback? Can y'all draft one and develop?
Y'all
Like,
got one now, man. You got one now. Y'all in a good spot now.
yeah, but he also it's not a good look right now if we don't sign Terry McLaurin because you're taking somebody who just had a career year in touchdowns, over 1,000 yards. You look at that, and he hasn't even been signed, and the guy wants to play with him. Your quarterback wants your franchise QB you have right now, Jaden Daniels, wants to play with Terry,
And he will.
and
They're gonna sign him. They're gonna sign him.
So
I
so
hope
so let me
so,
let me
man.
let me let me jump in here and throw a little bit of devil's advocate. So I saw that I was gonna post this because I want to talk with you about it. And so they showed the last, and actually I think I got the post. They showed like 5 or 7 of the last this era's best wide receivers and their last year going over 1,000 yards. All of them 29, 30, 31. I think might have been the oldest with Nuke. Nuke Hopkins was 31 for his last year going over 1,000 yards. Do you feel like that Terry McLaurin has gone? He's missed his window.
No,
Mm,
because for the last 6 years, his rookie year, he had 900 yards receiving. All
Okay.
right, he's the first player in NFL history to have 900 or 1,000 yards every single year of his season or more.
Mm,
So
right.
you got to
Yeah.
look at that. Like you can't sit here and not pay this man. Like, and that's the thing. It's like pay these people what they're worth
Right.
because I feel that's why I'm not a Cowboy fan, but I feel the pain Michael Parsons going through.
I'm actually happy
And
to see that.
Jerry
I love
Jones
I
is
love that
he,
kind of
he's got
chaos.
Joe Biden dementia. He's got Joe Biden dementia because the shit he said yesterday at the practice, like
Yeah. He
just
lost his
talking and
mind.
just rambling. Bro, I was like, yo, this motherfucker done lost his mind.
Yeah,
He
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 out of
he
it, bro.
out there.
He out of
Now
it, bro, for
now
So,
real.
look,
but
if
I know y'all seen the tweet about him possibly going to the Rams.
he ain't going nowhere, man. That's all bullshit.
Yeah,
Well,
man.
if he go to the Rams, guess who might come back out of retirement?
AD, huh?
Ooh, yuck.
Aaron Donald literally said that. It's been going around. He said, "Yo," and Michael Parsons retweeted and said, "Stop playing. Are you
Why would they
serious?"
see? Why would see? Thing is, why would they trade him to the NFC first of all? Every
Yeah, they
year they
wouldn't.
got to deal with each other at some point in time, especially if it's coming to the playoffs. That would be stupid. That wouldn't be
Yeah, they're
smart.
not.
But I did want to touch on that Terry McLaurin. Now I did a video because I was hoping the Raiders was gonna try to get into the sweepstakes. Now it's only Terry McLaurin and one other receiver. I forget who it is. That they've had 1,000 yards in the last 5 years. The last 5 years, they're the only two receivers that get 1,000 yards each year. Now that Scary Terry's a real one, and if they take him away from
Yeah.
Jaden Daniels, that'd be a big mistake. But I don't think that's gonna happen. You got Magic Johnson over there. You got people. The Commanders are smarter in a smarter place. They're in a better place than they've been since fucking Doug Williams and shit. So they're gonna be all right.
Look, they were better when they got when Dan Snyder decided to skip to an island and never come back to America. Think about that.
Right.
So,
But no, man.
let's talk.
I know you are a huge Raider fan. What do you think about Ashton?
Oh, he a beast. He a beast. Now, I didn't know how good he was. I got a little story on that one. I didn't know how good he was. My boy, rest in peace, man. Big Chills. Uh, his son committed to Boise last year. Now, if you watch Boise State at all last year, you already know who he is, Dylan Riley.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, I'm talking about
Okay.
Kick Returner, running back, stupid ass Wills
Okay.
freshman. Yeah, that's my boy's
Yeah.
son. And he was telling me for the
Okay.
last couple of years, Ashton Genty, Ashton Genty, Ashton Genty. And I'm like, I don't know who the fuck that is. I don't watch Boise State. But I got a few people whose they sons is playing college football. So if they sons play, I gotta watch them. I'm a
Yeah, you
USC
gotta
fan.
watch
I
him.
ain't even watched I ain't watched much USC football lately because I got people playing and for other teams I've been watching. So I got the chance to watch him last season and I was like, this is the best
Yeah.
college running back I've seen since the most dominant one I've seen since I watched Adrian Peterson at Oklahoma.
I'm gonna be real with you, bro. I really was rooting for him to win the Heisman. Bro was playing on varsity mode while everybody else is on All American.
Yeah, he's
I,
different.
I've never seen like and don't get me wrong, I get it. I think last year they were in the Mountain West Conference or whatever conference they were in. They had all that. They weren't playing. Obviously this ain't SEC, and then he kind of had a tough road in the playoff. But what I seen, like, if you played against junior high teams, the type of numbers because like it was like 100 yards and like 8 carries sometimes.
Yeah, big
Like
runs.
the numbers
Big
the
runs.
numbers he was putting up didn't include him sitting out fourth quarters. Like filthy numbers, bro. Filthy
Yeah,
numbers, man.
yeah.
Like I
Ridiculous.
I think he might be the best thing since Saquon Barkley. That's a high bar. But if y'all got a line to let him run behind, man, he's about to be a
Yeah,
monster.
he
He's
gonna be
about to be a
special,
monster.
man. He gonna be a special running back for sure. Now, he I be tagging him in my videos. He be looking at my stories and stuff. Now he seen me before the draft. I was on Shador. I like Genty, but we can't take Genty at 6. I don't know if we can do it at 6. I don't know. But then it got
Yeah.
closer and closer to it looked like we was gonna have to actually do it. I conceded, but I still, I was never doubting his talent or anything like that. I just wasn't sure
No,
if
it
we
would
was
make
gonna
sense
do
to
it
get.
at the 6th spot. You know what I mean? But nah, I think he gonna be a beast, man. I think he gonna be a special back for sure.
So let
I'm
me ask you
definitely
this.
excited to see what he does this year. I really am. I'm like, if he can match anything that like just match a a, a slimmer
Yeah,
piece of what he did at Boise State this year, and then replicate that every year.
it's
Man,
gonna fit.
he could possibly go down as one of the best running backs in the NFL if his career allow it. And I
Stay
really
It,
healthy.
it,
believe that
Yep.
he's a
Just
good
gotta
running
stay
back.
healthy.
yeah.
Yep.
So let me ask you this, bringing up Shador. As a Steelers fan, I too was looking for a Shador, and I'm confused a little bit. I won't get into his slide, but kind of give me your take on your team passing him several times, my team
Oh,
passing.
I got the answer. I got the answer. Now, one thing, I'm a Deion Sanders fan,
As
and when
was
I
I.
didn't know much about Shador when he was at Jackson State. They wasn't on
Okay.
TV much. I tried to watch him sometime. I'm thinking like, this is probably all hype because his name, whatever. I watched every single game at Colorado. This motherfucker is legit. This motherfucker is going to be a star in the NFL. And the only reason he got passed on, you can't talk about Shador without talking about the slide. The only
Right.
reason he got passed on is called collusion.
Yep.
And this is what they do. And it's not the first time. I just told people the other day. Now, the NFL just got found guilty of colluding against veterans to get paid a certain amount of money. This is what they do. This is what they do. They colluded against Cap. They say, hey, nobody signed Kaepernick. I don't give a fuck how trash your backup is. I don't give a fuck if Chase Daniel is still on your team. Don't.
Nathan Peterman.
Yeah, exactly. Don't bring in Kaepernick. It's collusion. And then when you see all these quarterbacks get drafted before Shador, it made no sense. Now I got some guys that follow me on TikTok and other things. Pure haters. They on that pure hater train. They like, well, if he was all of that, he wouldn't have won the 5th round. I said it's called collusion. I said when you look all season long, it was Cam Ward, Shador Sanders. Those are the top 2 quarterbacks all season long. And it wasn't in that order. It was Shador and then Cam Ward. The season ends. All of a sudden, he's sliding down, sliding down. Why? Because they don't like his dad. Because his dad is saying what my son is and what he's gonna be, and people say, well, his dad shouldn't have been saying this and saying that. I said, well, what was that energy at when Eli Manning was sitting there in the studio and his dad said, they said, so Eli, if you were getting drafted by the Chargers, are you gonna put on the hat? He looked at his dad and they said, we're just gonna have to see what happens, bro. He got drafted. He did not want to fucking be there. Where was the fucking outrage on that? And this was all
Yeah,
about
you remember
putting
because
him in his
he
place.
switched over. Yep.
Yeah, yeah. It was all about telling but they want to confuse you and say, well, it wasn't about racism because Cam Ward went number 1. They said, bro, y'all fall for all the tricks, don't you? You don't understand. This was about putting men with power, black men with power in their place. This is about let's put his dad in his place. Let's put this young motherfucker in his place. Because when you watch Cam Ward, I like Cam Ward. When you watch Cam Ward film, you don't even got to watch film. Just watch highlights. He's going to snap the ball, look around, move around, throw the ball all fucking day. Jackson Dart, look around. They both had running game. They both had balanced offenses, and they both had all day to throw. You look at Shador, snap the ball. His guard is getting beat at the snap. He's got to roll out, make something happen, and he still had the highest completion in college football. He still threw for over 30 touchdowns and only had 10 picks. I said that's what translates to the NFL. Having the worst offensive line and still having poise and only throwing 10 interceptions. It reminds me of the Joe Burrow season where he had the worst O-line, the highest completion percentage, and still threw like 30 tugs. I said that's what translates to the NFL. I compared him to Joe Burrow. Some people lost their mind. I said because y'all don't know NFL, y'all don't know sports. I don't compare players just because of their skin color. I compare them because of their game. Just like I said, Luka's LeBron James. I've been calling him that for years. He's LeBron James under the rim. He's been LeBron under the rim for his whole career. He don't got to be. They want to compare him to Larry Bird. He's no fucking Larry Bird.
No, that's not even close. They're not even in the same atmosphere.
Exactly.
But look, man. So I'm glad you brought that up because that's a fantastic transition. And this is actually, and just in case you wonder, this is how we got him on air. You were talking about Luka. I think maybe it was a post you made. About bringing in Marcus Smart and making the Lakers be a contender.
Right.
So and look, I'll be honest with you. On that post you stated, Rob Pelinka he's had some questionable moves, but all in all, I mean, Rob Pelinka kind of doing a really good job over there on the other side of LA, bro.
On the low, he is.
Yeah, I mean, they're putting, you bring in Aiden, you bring in Marcus Smart, you re-sign Luka, which obviously that's got to be, that type of team has got to be, those pieces are gonna really elevate Luka and LeBron and make this team, contender. But I disagreed, Ant, that they were a dark horse to win the West. And this is where tell me. Now, all right. Before the reason he's laughing is because I'm a Clippers fan.
Oh fuck! I forgot that. you know what we call the Clippers.
Go ahead.
They're not the Clippers. They're the Chargers. They're the Chargers.
Wow, that's hilarious.
Hey, that hurt.
Funny.
Hey man, come on, man.
Hey, look. They both from San Diego. From San Diego. Both in LA. Both have no rings. They're the Chargers.
Hey man. You know what? Patrick Mahomes is gonna throw for 50 touchdowns against y'all this year. I ain't gotta put up with this.
I'm just saying, bro. That's who they are.
Hey man, that hurt my feelings, man. I ain't gotta put up with this.
That's who they are, bro. That's who they are.
So, all right, man. Talk to me a little bit about. I know you're going into it in depth. Just talk to me a little bit about the West, because I know that the East has some spots where some teams that are gonna be there, especially with Boston's. Look, Tatum should be out for the
Yeah.
season. Halliburton out for the season.
Halliburton.
I think the West is where the championship is won. The Western Conference championship might be harder than the finals next June.
Right.
Where do you see the Lakers landing as far as where their playoff seeding should be, and what do you kind of see from the West?
Well, I look at the Lakers. I got to look at last season. Last season, we were the third seed, right? Third seed overall last season. Now, before we got Luka, we was dancing in the fourth and fifth seed, and then we got Luka, and then he didn't play for a few games. We still end the season on the third seed. Now, last season, our problem was we wasn't getting shit from a center. Jackson Hayes gave us like fucking 7 double doubles out the whole goddamn season. You know what I mean? He was a live threat every now and then. He'll get a rebound every now and then. It wasn't good, man. And then you look at what they did. They was able to get the third seed. They balled the fuck out. LeBron is still LeBron, 25, 7, and 8, right? They did their shit. And then you look at Luka, he still ended with like 27 points a game or some shit like that. It's like, in what world do you have Luka and LeBron on the same team and think that they're not going to be in the top 3 or 4? That's what I'm tripping on, right? So I feel like, okay, you bring in, look, and not Gabe Vincent. I was pissed at Gabe Vincent all season because this motherfucker, either he was hit or miss. He gonna hit a 3 or he ain't gonna hit shit and just run around and be the smallest guy out there playing no D. This shit it didn't make any fucking sense. I'm like, put in fucking Dalton Connect.
He was
What the
Steph
fuck?
Curry. He was Steph Curry. When you saying that, he literally was Steph Curry running around all these screens and not doing anything.
Nothing.
Like,
and the liability on defense, it made no fucking sense. I'm like, he's been out there 20 minutes, he has 2 points. What the fuck are you doing? What are we doing? And it's not like he's
look
locking
up
someone
Tony
down.
Allen numbers.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly? Tony Allen can do that because he's locking shit down. But what are you doing? You out there putting up 2 points and ain't guarding nobody. Meanwhile, Dalton Connect, youth over there, 6'7", and all this shit. When he was doing his thing when he had his splashes. You know what I mean? So I look at how they was last year. So I feel like you bring in Marcus Smart. Anytime you bring any player to LA, bro, you're gonna get their best. Period. So and Luka recruited Marcus Smart. You get Marcus Smart. You get DeAndre Ayton. Now, people sleeping on DeAndre Ayton. He's averaged a double-double his entire career. Now, people are like, well, he didn't do shit in Portland. What the fuck is he supposed to do in Portland?
It's Portland.
That's fucking
I mean,
trash. That's what the fuck you gonna do? That's trash over there. You know what I mean?
I'll give you that.
Yeah. What are you gonna do over there?
I thought that Ayton was maybe the better. Honestly, I thought Ayton may be the better signing. One of the bigger signings this.
Oh yeah,
this summer
huge. That's
they felt the need,
man.
and most importantly, you still get to keep Dalton Connect because that was the hard part. Was they were going to trade Connect for Mark Williams?
See now this is where I got to get on Dalton Connect. Now, this season, I was watching Summer League, and I'm like, because I was wondering all season. I was going off on JJ Redick, like, is he fucking your niece? What the fuck is going on? Why are you not playing him in the playoffs? What the fuck's the problem? What did he do to you? Like, I'm mad at JJ Redick, right? So I'm watching him in the Summer League, and it was nothing to watch, man. He was out there playing zero defense. He wasn't hitting no shots. He was getting outplayed by Bronny. He was, and his trade value.
This is why I want to say something. Yo, I want to say something to collude what you just said. Okay. I really do believe Dalton Connect, that trade that got rescinded with Mark Williams, I was upset because I like Mark Williams. I actually think he can ball, man. Like he's still young, he's athletic, he can rebound, he can block shots. And he can put the ball down. Like, you know what I mean? Like he's gonna get you 15, 17 points a game if you give him an opportunity.
Right.
That right there made me so mad at the league and how they rescinded that trade because I really thought it was smart. Because no one wants to play for Charlotte.
It was a good trade. They were getting some things in return with not only Mark Williams, but a couple of other things from Charlotte that were going to be very, very useful to replace what they were getting out of Connect. But I think at the end of the day, especially considering that Mark Williams was clearly not healthy or not ready at the time, and Connect, I think is going long term. Connect's gonna be a much better asset than Mark Williams will, especially when you stumble on to DeAndre Ayton. I feel like in the end it worked out. Hey, before we finish, I got Mike Ref from YouTube. He had a question for you about the Raiders. So I definitely got to make sure we get that. Shout out to Mike Ref. Shout out to your YouTube fans, bro. But so I was interested. The West has got it's a fight. It's going to be a dog fight. I'm not worried about the Clippers, so let's just not talk about them. Listen. We're gonna be great on 2K.
About the Clippers.
We're gonna be great on 2K.
Who's starting? Yo, so all together, if we're gonna talk about if you're gonna bring it up and say they're gonna be fine, I just want to know how many games all together Bradley Beal, James Harden, and Kawhi Leonard play together this year.
That's why I'm saying I'm not worried about the Clippers because I mean we're gonna get 47 games out of all 5 of them, and we might win 35 of them. But
that's gonna be the problem.
I mean, look, man. Listen, we get our first round picks back after this summer, and that's all that matters to me.
I give them credit for going for it though. I mean, I give them credit for that. They going in. You know what I mean? I just feel like they the oldest team in the league. Everybody's just too old, and you already know Kawhi gonna be like, I'm not playing today. They're gonna be like, Kawhi, what the fuck's going on? He was be like, I'm just not playing. You know what I mean? Like you got to deal with that bullshit and all the other shit.
Bro, it's real.
Not cracking.
I don't worry about the Clippers. We're not talking about the Clippers basketball. And look, here goes the thing: we probably gonna finish 4th or 5th, maybe 7th, somewhere in there. We'll win a play-in game and whatever.
Yeah, they'll be 6. They'll be 6 or 7.
I'm sorry you have to listen to this delusion.
Here we go. All right. All right. Well, since we're gonna talk about it, Boston's hurt. Indiana hurt. The 2 real best teams in the East. Will your team get an opportunity to do anything, or are y'all gonna shit the bed? You gonna shit the bed like you did last year?
Who's your team?
Listen, man. Listen.
Tell them. Go ahead, tell them.
Look, I'm gonna tell you. I think having Mike Brown as a coach, what he did every year with, especially what he did with Sacramento and how he got fired from them, that kind of pissed me off. But how he got fired, look at what he was doing with that backcourt and their usage and the bench usage. Their usage was a lot higher. We were almost damn near dead last in bench usage. So just think about that, especially when we're running guys 47, 48 minutes a game on back-to-back nights. Make that shit make sense.
Yeah, that don't make any sense.
Like, so it's like, yo, look, man, Mike Brown is definitely going to change the culture. They're still going to have that culture, but he's definitely, I'm telling you, we have a bench. I like the pickup of Jordan Clarkson. Yabusele is going to make it there. He's going to be a good.
What team is that again?
The Knicks.
This is the Knicks.
Okay.
Why you saying like that?
Okay.
If you want to laugh, it's okay. Don't.
I like the Knicks. I like the Knicks. I like what they was doing last season. But look, my problem.
For a reason.
But look, my problem with Mike Brown is he cannot coach superstars. He proved that when he had the young LeBron James. He didn't know what to do with him. LeBron was out there coaching his damn self. Now that's one thing about him. You know, he cannot coach the superstars. I mean, hopefully he changed. This is a while ago. Hopefully he changed.
Yeah,
but you know what I mean. He did just get fired in Sacramento. He had a chance. He had a couple guys over there. You know, had De'Aaron Fox. He was over there with De'Aaron Fox before he got traded, right?
Yep.
Yeah, he was.
He just doesn't coach superstars well, man. And I think that Brunson is turning himself into a borderline superstar. And I don't know.
He is a superstar.
I don't know what the fuck they're gonna do.
So you don't see Jalen Brunson as a superstar yet?
I mean, I think he's right there. I mean, but when I think of superstars, I'm thinking of Luka Doncic and shit like that. You know what I mean? There's levels to superstardom. You know what I mean? But he's definitely shit. He's a guy for sure.
Hey, look, listen. You can tell we on the big things for season 2, and we got an angry hot take from a guest. That's all right. So, in my estimations, I feel like Jalen Brunson is already a superstar. He's like that guy. I mean, New York loves him. Now I'll say, and part of it is because you in the, what is New York? That's like the second biggest That's the second
First,
biggest.
that's number one market.
That's the
Number one
biggest
market right
market.
there.
That's the
Yeah.
biggest market. So naturally, we're gonna see all of his downfalls as well as his his successes. But it's been a lot more success than failure with Brunson, and that's why I kind of got to put him in that superstar
I,
mode
w-
for me. I
I
think
wouldn't I wouldn't
he's
Look,
argue
probably a
with it.
top five.
I wouldn't
I
argue with
want
it.
Okay.
to say the reason. I definitely want to say this. A lot of people they in the organization they believe that what made everybody so upset towards the end and how things happened with Tibbs and all of that, it trickled down to Rick Brunson. That's why
Oh,
he's not on the he that's why he's not on the sideline anymore. They told him you're done. You can no longer be on the sideline because they were playing. It was too much
wow.
favoritism. That was an issue, and that's why Dante, that's why Devo. If you remember last year when they went to Minnesota and he was talking trash to him, like
Yeah.
yo, like it's like you can't show favoritism in this league. You show favoritism in this league, especially father son, you're gonna have a
Yeah.
problem. That's what the whole
Right.
Yeah.
issue with LeBron and Bronny.
It's a business. So all right, man. Look, so I know we're hitting the 40 mark. We're almost there, and I know you and I talked about where our time constraints are. Let me ask you this though, because I know the thing you said you had to take your son to, is it basketball practice? I believe.
It's football, but you know what? The time
Football
got
practice.
pushed
Okay.
back. Yeah. I don't gotta take him until a little bit later, so
Well,
I ain't super pressed.
so tell me a little bit about. And I know you said you're an athlete yourself, as was I. Talk about being an athlete's father.
See now this
Hey,
is
I gotta. I'll be right back.
this is my stepson. Now
Okay.
I put him in football in eighth grade.
Okay.
He's Samoan.
Okay. Ooh.
Yeah,
Hello.
exactly. Yeah,
Hello.
he
All
was.
right.
Yeah. One day, I mean, I put him in when he was 13, but one day he just like blew up over me. I'm like, what the fuck? How he was like he was like 6'2". He was like 6'2", 260 out of nowhere. I'm like, what the fuck? I can't reach something on the refrigerator. And he reaching the shit for me. I looked at him like,
I got it. Don't worry about it,
yeah.
man.
I'm like, yeah. I told his mom, I said, man, fuck that, man. He got to fucking play. He got to
Yeah.
play.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's crazy. I ended up taking him to this high school, military high school, where one of my boys that my brother grew up with, he was
Okay.
a athletic director there.
Yeah.
So I took him there. He's only eighth grader. I took him there, and he got to work with all the high school players. And when he played, when it was he was pushing sleds, pulling sleds, and he's a kind of big kid that ain't never ran or nothing in his life, just video game guy. So
Okay.
when I took him up there, man, he was up there like a 2 hour practice. It was hot. He was running. He was competing. He didn't even know what the first down was. He fucking
Wow.
this guy never quit, never whined, never complained, never gave up. The moment he got in the car, he was dead. And I said, damn, I didn't think he even had that in him, and I know he didn't know he had it in him. So what I
Yeah.
did after that, hey, it's crazy. What I did after that, I took him to this place called the Winter Circle. Now
Okay.
this place called the Winter Circle in California. Shout out to fuck, I can't believe I'm forgetting his goddamn name right now. Jordan. Shout out to Jordan. Now this place produces all the top D1 talent. I mean, all these guys go D1, USC, all D1. I took him there, man, and he
Wow.
was there with all the best players his age, and he ended up playing right tackle, ended up All American, all of this stuff, right? And then now he actually ended up at a Modern Day. I don't
Okay.
know if you
Oh
know
yeah.
anything about high
Yeah.
school football.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he was at Modern Day
I've
for
been keeping up with that. That's a good team.
hell yeah, it's number one team in the country. I had him at Modern Day, and he was there with his cousin. His cousin Brandon Baker. He's a right tackle on Texas right now. He's a sophomore. He's a beast. And
Okay.
I had him there for a while, and then he didn't really I mean, he got there so fast. This is like, I mean, you went from not playing to the number one team in the country. He didn't really understand what was going on. So, so
Yeah.
I
Yeah. You
ended.
can't appreciate that yet.
Yeah, he didn't appreciate it yet. So he ended up wanting to go to a different school where a bunch of his friends went. I had to tell him like, bro, they're going to this school because they couldn't go to Modern Day. But whatever, man. I let him go through the motions. I took him there. He realized that they wasn't gonna be good. I ain't gonna put the team on blast. And then a friend of mine reached out to me. He said, "Hey man, I heard that his name is Psych. We call him Psycho."
Okay.
He's like, "Hey,
Yeah.
I heard that he left Mater Day. Come over here to Santa Margarita, which is also in the Trinity League."
Mm.
And I'm like, "Okay,
Okay.
well let me talk to him." So I had a conversation with him. Next thing you know, all the coaches called me, and I took him down there, and then he was down there for 2 years. Now he was down there for 2 years. They really didn't know what to do with him, man. He was a big boy.
It's amazing.
Yeah, it's crazy. He was a big boy playing. He played right tackle. He was All American right tackle. He never got a chance to play right tackle over at Santa Margarita, but he's played every position, so he was able to play guard, right guard, left guard, and all of that. Right now, not to make this story too long, but we was already
Take your
like, you know what,
time.
man? We was already like, man, fuck that, man. They already didn't take advantage of your talent. Last year he started probably like 8 or 10 games, no, 8 or 9 games. He started in the playoffs against St. John Bosco. He started in the playoffs against a bunch of good schools, so he got a lot of good run. But we said, you know what, man, we're gonna take him somewhere else. And Carson Palmer is the head coach there now, right? So Carson Palmer took over at Santa
Wow.
Margarita. Yeah, he's the head coach there now. Carson Palmer was in my boy's ear, like, hey, I like the way you practice. I really like everything about you. I want you to, we've got plans for you. And I'm just like, man, fuck all of that. You know what I mean? Because one thing I'm doing, I'm betting on you and I'm betting on my knowledge of the game. So I take him from
Right.
out of there. Now I got him at Corona Centennial,
Okay.
which is the number one public high school football team in the country. And
Okay.
now he's a starting right guard over there. He already got 3 scholarship offers already, and he's only going to his junior year.
Oh, so we still got time.
Oh, he
See,
got
we
a lot
still
of
got
time.
plenty of time. Yeah,
Yeah,
beautiful,
yeah, man.
beautiful, bro.
Yeah, man.
Man,
He and right now he's sitting at us. Well, he was when I took him there. He was 6'5", two. No, he was 6'5", 350. Now I got him down to about 6'5", 330. And
okay.
yeah, man, he beasting out there, man. He be doing his
That's
thing,
what's up.
man. And I'm there at every practice. I'm there at every game. I'm on his ass. I'm the one that's gonna talk that shit. And man, it's
Yeah.
you know what I mean. I
I'm.
told him all he owed me is a Ferrari F50. Yeah, he can get his mom whatever he want. Get his mom whatever he want. I just want my F50.
Hey, first of all, shout out to all the old linemen, man. Look, I've been eating good for a long time, so I'm happy to hear it.
Yeah,
So
man.
look, before we go, like I said, I definitely got to shout out Mike Ref and your guys over at YouTube. So Mike Ref was asking about Christian Wilkins leaving the defense, and that's a big hole for y'all. I know there
Right.
was a lot of plans going forward for the Raiders defense. Especially having Christian Wilkins on the inside, Crosby on the outside, and some of the playmakers that y'all have in the backfield. What he wants to know who's going to emerge as the impact player on the D line.
It's funny that he asked that because that's a real good question. Now, one thing about me last year, when I watch these guys, man, I watch the preseason. I'm watching talent. I can see the talent before everybody else see the talent. Now, last season we got my guy right here, Jonah Laulu. We got him after he got released from the Indianapolis Colts.
Okay.
Now, I seen him flash immediately, right? He did little things immediately, but we still had Christian Wilkins. So he wasn't getting that much playing time, but he was getting some in and out, whatever. Now, I had started making videos saying that he's gonna be the guy. He's gonna be the guy, right? And then he hit me up because I said his name right. Because like I said, my girl, they're all Samoan, so I know how to say his name and shit. And I
Right.
was like, yeah, you
Right.
know what I
Right.
mean?
Right.
He hit me up like, yeah, you got it right, Oos. He was like, hey, don't even trip. He was like, I got y'all. And I'm like, hey, don't even trip, man, for sure. I already seen it. And now you're seeing Pete Carroll, Max Crosby, they're all calling him special and all that. But I seen this shit before anyone said anything about this kid.
Yeah.
And
Right.
he's gonna be a beast, man. And Booker, he's cool. He got some upside, but he's definitely not starting over Jonah Laulu. Jonah he's the man.
Okay. But
Hey man, I wanted to touch base with you when you said that when you say you see talent, but there's
man's
something
got an eye
that
for it.
yeah, and there's something that I like that you said is that you've seen it beforehand. Do you think the problem is systems? Like because I always say if you put a person in the right system, they can shine. If you
Right.
match what their talents are and what their talents are and what their talents can be used for. Like, what do you think about like you got the going on with the Raiders and the line? But do you think Ben Johnson will make Caleb Williams a little bit better, being in a
Oh yeah,
different system? You know what I mean?
absolutely,
Like,
absolutely, absolutely. I like Chicago this year. What they did in the offseason was they went for it. They signed like two young guards in their 20s. They went
Yeah.
they're gonna go for it. They're gonna go for it. I think they're gonna be the second best team in the NFC North. I think it's gonna be.
Ooh,
I think it's
that's
gonna be.
big.
It could be the third. It could be the third. They're gonna be second or the third. But it's gonna be Green Bay. Green Bay first. Green Bay first. I think Detroit and Chicago is gonna be battling for that spot. I think
Okay.
Minnesota falls off with
Okay.
McCarthy. I don't think they ain't gonna be shit with McCarthy. He ain't know what the fuck he doing yet.
Well, I'm interested to know what Minnesota's running back situation is going to look like. Long term, I don't know if
Right.
Jones is the answer long term. He's
Nah.
got miles on him. But if I think if they get a good running back, I think Minnesota's got the best. Especially now that Ragnar's retired, I think Minnesota's got the best offensive line in that division, and that's gonna carry them away. Especially with McCarthy still being kind of new. I thought he looked pretty good in the preseason before he got hurt,
Yeah.
and obviously we know he can do a great job of turning it around and handing it to somebody. So I mean, I'm still betting on them on Minnesota, but I think that the NFC North is about to be an absolute mud scrap. I don't.
Right.
I mean, I think everybody splits. I don't see a 15-1, 14-3 kind of season out of two teams or nothing like that. I
it's
think
gonna be
Green
close.
Bay comes back to the pack. I think the Packers come back to the pack. I think that the Lions come back as well. So that's gonna be a dog fight for sure.
Yeah.
I just
I
So
agree.
look, man.
look. What I was gonna say is like I do see what you're saying about I don't see a 15-1. I don't see that happening.
Yeah.
But Detroit proves everybody wrong
I like
last year.
Detroit.
And I really I was sold on Jahmyr Gibbs when he got drafted. I'm sold on him now.
Beast.
He's Alvin Kamara 2.0.
Do they still got David Montgomery too, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I think he's still there. Yeah.
Okay, so
But
they got
I
they
I
gonna be
don't
all right.
I don't see Green Bay. And the thing is, if Jordan Love could do one thing, make sure he's not turning the ball over like a Dak Prescott, I could see them going
They'll be
far.
good. Yeah. And they got Josh Jacobs, man. Josh Jacobs. That's another guy. That was my guy. I was really pissed off when we let him go, man. I had conversations with him in the DM too, and I was pissed off about how they let him go without even trying to offer him money. From Tom
Couldn't
Telesco's
believe that.
trash
I
ass.
couldn't believe
Stupid.
that. I could not believe it. Was like, man, this dude he could have been a perennial All Pro guy for y'all for a long time.
Man, he
And
literally just was the
then
NBA, NFL leader the year before.
Yeah.
yeah, I know.
Made no sense. Made no sense, man.
Blown away. Blown away. Well, listen. So as a Steelers fan, I've hit my limit for the amount of Raider talk I can handle for the. I'm playing. Nah, man. Listen. Thank you so much again, man. It really means a lot, bro. I know. I always look forward to your content. And what's funny is I be messing with my man Worm and shout out one of our super fans, Sarah. She is a big time Raiders fan, and she been watching
What up, Sarah?
the entire show. But I mess with all the time. All the time I say it
What
all
up,
the time.
Sarah?
Raiders Nation. But look, man, tell us where all we can find you, and tell the fans every where to find you and what to expect from you next.
Yeah, man. YouTube, DaSportsMane, Instagram, DaSportsMane, TikTok, DaSportsMane. I'm trying to. I've been low key. I've been lacking. I've been slacking on my show. And I had a couple shows on my Raider show, and also I got a show called Hood Commentary where I talk about all the
I saw
sports.
that.
Now,
Yeah.
yeah, I had that
Yeah.
one actually being produced. That was actually a show I had produced a few times. So if y'all ain't never seen it, I got about 4 or 5 episodes. I think I got 6 episodes on YouTube. If you go to my
6
channel,
on YouTube.
yeah, where they're
6
actual
on
produced.
YouTube,
I got
yeah.
the intro. I got the full blown production. I'm trying to get that back. You know what I mean?
Okay.
That's what I'm trying to work on right now. That's why I got this little black background right here. I'm trying to put it all together right here and bring that show back,
Gotcha.
man. Where it's
Hold on,
I'm bringing it at least once a week, a
let
real
me get
show.
let me get the full scope for everybody.
Yeah, man.
Let me
They
show
see it.
everybody what's happening back there. Yeah. Well, yo, man, look, hey, you family now, baby. So we in for season 2. You with us as much as you can, man. Again,
Yeah, for sure.
absolute pleasure to have you with us always. And I'm definitely
What's
gonna be
that?
on your post causing ruckus in the comment section. So that's my only goal. I come on Instagram to cause complete chaos and then go read the Bible or something. So,
That's crazy.
For all the fans, again, a quick reminder before we go. Do you do fantasy football?
I haven't lately. I haven't recently,
Okay.
but
So
I'm
so
not
we
against it. I do like it.
we filled out our fantasy league. We got 12 teams. Ant's gonna finish number 12. I'm gonna probably finish number 10. But so check us out, man. We're gonna have it's a lot of content starting next Sunday. We're doing it to determine who's drafting what selection. We're doing a game show, and I actually have recused myself. I'm picking 12th. So the other 11 will compete for the chance to pick first based off NFL trivia. And then throughout the season, man, we creating content. It's gonna be kind of like a reality show almost of the way we're going back and forth. You're talking about your best pickups. Who disappointed, who surprised and came through. You know how the ups and downs of fantasy football
On the weekly
and
basis.
then,
Before
yes,
we
sir.
go, I
Yes,
have a
sir.
question.
Uh-oh.
I have a question for both y'all. So I posted
Well,
this
hold on.
earlier.
All right, so let me finish. Also, we throwing a party to finish off our fantasy season. So the last week of season, week 18, we having a fan festival. Now I don't know if you ever been to Arkansas.
Arkansas, I've
We
never
got
been to
good.
Arkansas.
We got good barbecue. You're gonna enjoy it. You're gonna enjoy it. But if you come out our way, man, we're gonna have a good time, bro. So we throwing a big party to finish it off. Kind of like we trying to steal like from the Kelseys. We trying to throw a big
You know
concert.
what? I know Arkansas got the food and they got the country honeys and shit, but they also got a lot of trees they want to hang niggas from. That's why I be like, I don't know, I don't know about that shit. Arkansas, man, I don't know, man. Now Louisiana, a little different,
Yeah.
but Arkansas, boy.
It's some foolishness that's been going on that I'm glad I got the chance to leave, but it's still home. What can I say? I love it. You know what I mean? For the most part, but it's some foolishness out there. That is for sure. Go ahead, Ed. You got a question? Talk to me about it.
I want to ask both of y'all, man. So have y'all been keeping up on the Teddy Bridgewater?
Yeah,
Yeah, that is ridiculous.
yeah,
So what he said today, he was like, there's a group of young kids that he tried to take under his wing, Ubering them home, providing meals, and he gets suspended from school. You know what I mean? From coaching, and I'm just like, the man's trying to help your
Yeah.
kids make it home safely. In
ridiculous.
a dangerous neighborhood, and you're penalizing him for being honorable. Like, that don't make sense to me. Can y'all give me some light on what y'all think about the situation?
I'm telling you, bro, it's wild. Go
Shit is
ahead.
stupid, man.
You
It's fucked up. It's fucked up. It's stupid. But you know what I mean? You try to help these kids. You try to do extra things. They want you to go by these certain rules and this and that. But I thought we was past that with these NILs, and it's all about, man, just helping who you can help. But they find a way to fuck him over, and now he said, "Fuck y'all, I'm going back to the league," and he got a job quick. He got a job quick. You know what I mean? But I feel bad for the kids left behind. But what can you do? He did what he can do.
So the
Yeah.
wild part of this is shout out to one of my idols in sports journalism. His name is Wally Hall. He's a Hall of Fame writer for in Arkansas, and he taught us a long time ago. He said it for years, but whenever things like this occur, you just follow the money, right? Who can stand to benefit the most from someone like Teddy Bridgewater, who had taken his school and turned them into state champions, right? So who benefits from it the most? And you follow those dollars wherever that line takes you, and that'll tell you who turned him in, who said these things. Because what did he do wrong? Literally, like, okay, is it bad that he was making sure his players got to and from? They play in a dangerous neighborhood. I don't know if you ever been to Miami. There are some pockets, and I mean we see all the beach and all that stuff. Forget all of that and go to the hood where it really go down, bro. Like,
Yeah.
and
No
that's
Haiti
where
and all that shit.
That's where the high school that he coached at, I forgot the name of it, but I want to say it's Northwestern, but it's not that one. But I got some friends from Miami that have explained to me where those high schools are, man. They're in some terrible neighborhoods. And so he was just making sure that they were safe. Because how many times have we seen the 30 for 30s about star players getting shot or getting whatever? It's happening constantly, day in and day out on high school and college campuses. And you penalize this man just because he's making sure his player is straight? Come on, bro.
Yeah,
I can't live with that, man. I can't
that don't
live
make
with
any
that.
sense at all, man. That shit is stupid.
No, I don't.
Yeah, man.
Before we got out of here, man, I did have one question for you, my brother. You got that hat on. What's your expectations for this season?
All right, so I think we're gonna go 10-7. I think we're gonna lose in the first round. What's funny, Ant? Something hilarious. I'm sorry, I didn't hear no punchlines. So
you got Aaron Rodgers as your QB. That should say something.
You gonna refer to him as Mr. Hall of Famer? Thank you very much. So, but no, you said it at the top, bro, and this is what I go with. It's a quarterbacks league. So we need elite quarterback player, or this thing ain't gonna work. Everybody talking about Tomlin not winning a playoff game in 10 years.
Crazy.
We haven't had elite quarterback play in 10 years. And so until you get elite quarterback play, now Tomlin gonna win you 9 games. He gonna win 9 on the strength. Cause people love Tomlin. I remember a few years ago when we started like 2-4, and and that I could pick a different. You could throw it down at the Wikipedia stats for years, and where we started 2-4, and just players just was like, hey, we not gonna be the team that's gonna have a losing record, and that's just the way that's sheer will. So. I mean, we good for 9 games. I think Aaron will win us 1 game, maybe 2 games. So that's 10-11 games. That's what it is. But as far as making real noise in the playoffs, man, the AFC has got you got the Ratbirds, you got the Chiefs, you got Buffalo that's going to be there as well, and then some of these young upstart guys that are going to be really good. So we got a lot to overcome, even if we did have a Shador or a elite level rookie, young quarterback, but we don't. We got a guy that's older than me that's going to start the season. So for me to expect anything more than 9 or 10 games wins, I know.
I want to get my quick take on this one.
Yeah, please.
Now, I've seen Mike Tomlin win with Duck Hodges. I've seen Mike Tomlin win with fucking Mason Rudolph.
Yeah.
All Pittsburgh got to do is get in the dance. Now, I got them second best team in the AFC North. I think Baltimore is too fucking good. Baltimore is just too fucking good. They're just too fucking good. They're gonna win the division.
You know what I'm gonna laugh at?
But it's gonna be close.
You know why I laugh at that before we go? You know why I laugh at that? Because that man said on the Pat McAfee show, he said, "Yeah, man, we gonna go to the Super Bowl." Okay, I believe that.
What do you can't he can't say they not gonna go to the Super Bowl. You can't say that.
Look, I'm gonna tell you, you can't write off Pittsburgh, man. You still got Cam Hayward. They still got that mentality. They got that team is gonna be the second best team in the North. I'm telling you. See, Cincinnati's gonna do their thing, but they can't stay healthy. And Cleveland is gonna be Cleveland because they don't even want to know. They don't know what the fuck they want to do over there. They're gonna start off. They're gonna start off 1-6 over there. So it's gonna be. I got Baltimore 1, Pittsburgh 2, Cincinnati 3, and I think. This year, Pittsburgh wins the playoff game just because once they get into the playoffs, and if they get to the playoffs and you got Aaron Rodgers playing the way Aaron Rodgers can play, where he don't got to fucking be the Superman hero, like I said, they won with fucking Duck Hodges. So
it can't get no. So here's what I'm hanging my hat on this year. While we didn't get the best quarterback in the draft, and we had 4 chances to go get him. Before he went to Cleveland. At the end of the day, what they did draft-wise, I hated it at first. But when I look at it now, I'm starting to understand it. Last year we built our offensive line so we can block and run the ball. Because it's a quarterback's league, but if you can't run the ball, you're not going to win no games because you can't close no games. And then
Nope.
we went and got this year we went and got a really good playmaker in Caleb Johnson. In my estimation, I want to say he was I thought he was a top 5 back in the draft. And so we got a steal on Caleb Johnson. But here's where things are going to get great for us, because you talk about that Baltimore team, and you saw what they did to us in the playoffs, man. The number of rushing yards they put together, and the way that they ran the ball, they ran that option, and Derrick Henry downhill, Lamar Jackson on the read. It was. Listen, my stomach's churning thinking about it. But we went and got some big boys. I'm talking big boys that are going to eat and soak up blockers and take away running lanes, and force them to be to pass the ball and be one dimensional. And that's still dangerous because of Lamar Jackson's legs on the scramble. But I think that we answered some questions and making some plays to stop the run.
Right.
I wasn't happy about losing Minka, but we weren't gonna be able to pay him. And
That was a good trade.
And to be honest, he was an All-Pro player in 2019. This ain't 2019.
Yeah, that was a good trade. I think people they didn't really understand that trade. When I seen it, I said, "What? Oh yeah, this works. This works for Pittsburgh."
No. We're making plays. Don't forget, we got Big Play Slay in the background, so we got some veterans. We got some good young corners. I think we're gonna be okay defensively. At the end of the day, Terrell Austin, I think, is a terrible defensive coach, but I think that Mike Tomlin is an outstanding defensive coach. All right, Ant's tired of me talking about the Steelers, apparently, because his team finally got good, and so Jaden Daniels is going to be great too, Ant.
Hey, Jaden is the guy, but I got some bad news for Washington though this year, man. I got a little bit bad news for Washington this year. They ain't gonna be what they was last year. They're gonna. I'm gonna tell you like this: the Dallas Cowboys with a healthy Dak. Remember, they got to beat up on Dallas with backup quarterbacks. They got Pickens over there with CeeDee Lamb. That cannot be overlooked. That can't be overlooked. It's gonna be a much tighter division. I think Philly's still gonna probably win the division, but I think Dallas is gonna end up getting that second spot, and I think Washington gets the third spot. I think all three of them still make the playoffs. I think they still make the playoffs, but I think Dallas is gonna be that second best team in that division. That's what I'm thinking.
I'm gonna tell you what's gonna be a shocker though. That Giant defense. That Giant defense is crazy. Now I don't know what they're gonna do offensively. They got Russ. They got Jabbo. They got some. They got. And I mean, you got to just throw the ball to Malik Davis. And I know they went and got him some different pieces to go with them. Offensively, they still got some. I like Tyrone Tracy. I think that offensively they've got the right pieces, and I believe this is a make or break year for Brian Dable as their offensive, as their head coach. But that defense is real. And so I'm not gonna say they're gonna get slept on. I think they still are at the bottom of the pack. But that NFC East gonna be.
I agree with you. I think it's gonna be a good defense, but it's a defense that's gonna be left on the field all fucking game. You know what I mean? They're gonna wear down.
That's gonna be what do. Yeah.
They're gonna keep some of those games. They can keep some of those games close, and then they're gonna still end up losing them in the end just because they're gonna wear out, man. They're gonna wear out unless they really put together a game plan. And if they run out Jackson Dart, forget about it. They're gonna be fucking terrible.
It's over with, bro.
Terrible.
Well, look, man. So anything you want to say before we go, man? I've had a blast for sure.
Nah, for sure, man. I appreciate y'all bringing me on, man. I appreciate y'all bringing me on and shit. And it was definitely cool. It was fun. And, you know what I mean? I got to talk more than Raiders because most podcasts I go on, they just Raider podcasts, which is cool. Shout out to fucking Raider Nation Live. Shout out to Protect the Shield. Them is the homies. Yeah. But I like to talk. That's why my name is DaSportsMane and not the Raider Man, because I like to talk all sports. I don't like to box myself in one thing. So hell yeah, I'd like to come and talk about other teams, other sports, and all of that, because it's never gonna be biased. Never gonna be biased.
I meant to get with you about the Yankees, but we're gonna have to bring you back for that, bro. Closer to the playoffs for sure.
I'm gonna snatch this goddamn thing off the back of from behind me right now. Yeah.
Hey, how you think I feel being a Met fan? We 16 and 27 since June 13th and can't score and get guys out of running in scoring position. That's what we're saying. And we almost gave up today. We almost gave up a no-hit bid to Devin Williams from the Cleveland Guardians.
Yeah,
It's Mark Soto in a home run.
the last out,
Man.
and they couldn't get him. Oh
It's
my
it's
God.
something it's something going on in New York right now, man, because Yankees are
It's
doing
the
the same
water.
thing. Well, I know for sure for us for sure right now is Aaron Boone, man. This motherfucker, man. Not to go too deep, but fucking Aaron Boone, man. I watch games where you got your starter out there. You got your starter out there. The score is 5-1, right? 5-1, bottom of the
Oh,
fifth
they
inning,
had them blowing
right?
crazy.
They'll have a guy on. All of a sudden, he'll walk a guy. Then someone gets a base hit. Here comes this motherfucker. The pitcher already got fucking 9 strikeouts. He's already got all of this shit going. They come out, won't even have a conversation. Come out and be like, yeah, you're done. And then they bring in a reliever.
Big hook.
He walks somebody. Next pitch, next guy fucking hits a grand slam. It's like, what are you fucking doing? What are you fucking doing? Leave your starter out there. Keep in mind, he got out the jam the inning before. And you just snatch him out, and then we end up, man, the Yankees, every game the Yankees are losing pretty much right now, they're scoring 6, 7, and 8 runs and still losing. What does that tell you?
Yeah,
We're hitting. Our hitters are hitting. Stupid shit.
The Royals our pitching staff would pray for that kind of run support, bro. We're getting 2, maybe 3. I won't even get into it.
Man.
Look, I'm already late. I don't even want to get into it, man. But listen, bro. Listen. You know you coming back. I'm not taking no for an answer. You know you coming back, bro.
Whatever, bro. Whatever.
So a big thank you to everybody that checked us out, man. As I always say, man, tough times don't last. Tough people do, man. Thank y'all for watching the Fanatic Sports Podcast.